I'm back! And holy shit, have I got a doozy for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play Armored Core 16, Fires of Rubicon.
The Fires of Naming Conventions with your pal C. Jacobs. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm back too. How you doing, Crow?
Oh, I am doing fantastic, man. And like I was just telling you before we started doing this, like there's no one I'd rather be doing this with than you, buddy. So
fist bump, buddy.
Yeah. So anyways, welcome to Let's Play Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, or as they say, the 16th game in the franchise. So they just chopped an entire digit off it.
I adore this game. I have absolutely no experience with the franchise, and I am so excited to see the expert gameplay of someone who really knows what they're doing.
Yeah, so I've basically been with this franchise from the beginning, like all the way from Armored Core 1, all the way through like all the non-numbered Armored Cores up to 6. And of course, let's just dive right into this. And so we need a name for our weird pilot that we're going to be inhabiting, so I think C4621. That seems appropriate, doesn't it?
More than.
You again. You know, I'm not exactly craving company here.
Now entering combat zone. Initiating phase
2. So, what happened to 617 and the others? Fill me in, Admiral Walter.
Well, basically, they died.
Well,
It probably hurt. What more do you want?
So yeah, what we're seeing here, this actually isn't a part of the game. This is the game's story trailer, but I've just decided, since it fills in quite a lot of details, fuck it, let's just put it in the LP itself, because, again, it's, you can see here, a lot of the stuff that happens in this trailer is going to be referenced either obliquely or directly over the course of the game, so
don't expect much more.
I'm not here to talk. Wake it up.
ever the people person, aren't you, Walter?
Is that a person under there?
Possibly.
Maybe it used to be.
It's a mechanical person.
It's
but yeah,
the only surviving pilot.
But yeah, we're gonna probably have the debate over the course of the game of just how human exactly are Armored Core pilots, in this game at least.
Well, people wept over this trailer, so I'm gonna say that the audience has already decided.
Oh yeah, I've seen like so many like custom emblems that are basically like do it for 619, 617, and 620, like.
Acupuncture complete.
But again, I love like the cup designs of like those, like, you think they're like lamps or something initially, but again, like, we'll be seeing them in weapon form in the game and what they're actually doing, and it's fucking horrifying when you realize what they really are and what they were used for.
I'll give you a reason to resist. Let's get to work.
does get you appropriately hyped, doesn't it? For the desolate world you're diving into.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Like that and the Carl Urban trailer does a damn good job
Handler
too.
Walter, verified. Activating cerebral coral control device.
Like there's actually a legitimate theory that
Augmented human.
Carl Urban is actually technically in this game playing a character that we will be meeting in due time, but not for a long-ass while.
Time to get to work, 621. I'm powering down your entry capsule. On my signal.
Gonna be a rough re-entry.
Again, just mildly ominous that there's like a literal fucking Death Star in orbit over Rubicon that's just like sort of hanging out, just waiting for dipshits like us to come along, and yeah.
Yeah, thanks to Elon, there's a lot of space debris in the way. Look at my deck! It's actually still going perfectly well.
I mean, that kind of does beg the question, where the fuck is Walter during all of this? Because that capsule was clearly only big enough to like house just our armored core and get it to Rubicon. So again, where was/is Walter?
Watching from a rooftop nearby with binoculars going, that was so awesome!
Descent. ISC 2262. Rubicon 3. Complete.
But yeah, now he's like, fuck, he landed like 40 miles away, I gotta walk all the way there, and we saw him, he's got a fucking cane too, so it's gonna take him a while.
There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Good news, we can railgun ourselves there. That seems safe.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
God,
So,
I
yeah,
can't get enough of that stinger.
Oh no, that's Project Phantasma, I can't get enough of that stinger.
Oh, my friend. This is a sneaking mission. No one knows we are here on Rubicon at the moment. The giant laser beam did not give us away.
Yep, but I was gonna say, God, we made a hell of a mess coming down here, so...
We probably should skedaddle before they come investigate. Do you agree?
Most definitely, so yeah, well, let's just take it nice and slow, because holy shit, that was a hell of a fall, just... okay.
Superhero landing, though. Really impressive. There we go, just bumping all those giant structures out of the way. The immediate sense of scale they give your mech is wonderful. That's something I gotta comment on right away, is that you're using jet boosters to ascend the length of entire buildings like you're Superman.
Pretty much, yeah, and just the fact that, like, again, the buildings easily dwarf your armored core, and the armored core itself is about probably, like, close to 10 meters tall.
The fact that even the missiles you are about to descend upon these poor robots are bigger than a human being is so imposing and scary.
Clear out those guard mechs. Perfect chance to test your AC.
It's impressive that From Software bothered to make the game in that scale, because it means these models are so huge and have so many polygons. Like, this game is so utterly detailed. While Crow is doing all of the skating that it's advising him to do here, look at all the shit he knocks around on the floor. Like, look at all these railroad tracks and all this stuff. All these dudes are not getting caught on it with their walking bipedal tanks. It's like the bizarro Metal Gear universe in here.
And just, again, not only that, because, like, again, like, all the models, like, as he said, were just so goddamn gigantic and have so many polygons. Like, the game is insanely well optimized, because, like, my PC is probably about maybe 4 years old with, like, again, a processor and a graphics card in theory, shouldn't really be able to handle a game like this, and look at how well it's running.
Impeccably smooth. Impeccably smooth. And I gotta say, the controls of this game are impeccably smooth too. I really like the melee lunge. The rockets and the melee lunge being used in conjunction there is just one of the 1,000 little things you can do if you're ambidextrous in any way. It's nuts, the tech you have access to here. I love this game. I'm glad Crow is here to show it off, because it deserves to be shown with pro gameplay.
Patch it up.
But yeah, so anyways, I was just taking a look back, just taking stock of the, where we came from, just in case we might ever get curious and decide to go back there in another mission for some reason.
Down there. That's where you're landing.
No, my friend, we've got a job to do, and it's way down there in the valley. There's no way we would ever look back. That's not what a 621 does. Dude, we've got a really lame name. Can I just say, 621, we need something better than that, you know what I mean?
Oh god, tell me about it.
Something snappier, something that rolls off the tongue, like a superhero anti-hero name for someone that's gonna fire their fucking selves out of a railgun.
Like, kind of blanking on it right now, but maybe by the time we're done, we'll get some inspiration, I don't know.
Big O! That's what the shoes remind me of. That's what we'll call this guy.
Time to fly, 621.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, you don't get the full-on Pharaoh helmet head like Big O in this game, but
we'll make a killing. Plenty for a merc with a fried brain like you to buy their life back.
The fuck are you talking about, Walter? I got a perfectly fine brain. In fact, you could say I have the best brain.
The galaxy brain. And you've landed on planet Rubicon.
Enough chat, back to work.
I was gonna say, we've come probably halfway across the galaxy to get here.
And find a valid mercenary license.
Hey, it's Rubicon 3.
You'll need ID to operate.
You gotta wonder what happened to Rubicons 1 and 2. Maybe they were in even worse condition than this one, because if you happen to look around, it looks like the goddamn From Software Tower of Latria, horrible hell prison forever in here.
Well, because yeah, that's the thing about, well, every FromSoft game in general, but also every Armored Core, especially every Armored Core with a number in its title, is like basically shit went really bad a long time ago, and we're just living in the wreckage of it.
Picking through the wreckage of it, some might say. Who the hell are the antagonists of this game, Crow? It's not us, right? We're not the baddies, right? Because those guys weren't really doing anything wrong.
I'm just going to leave an incredibly long pregnant pause here for no reason.
Yeah, a nice dramatic beat for the viewers to consider what we've just said. The assault boost is a pretty cool mechanic. I never used this when I played through it the first time, and I felt like a big old dumbass. Because it's so useful, even in combat.
Oh yeah, we'll be getting a lot of use out of the assault boost, or rather, you'll see me flail around like a panicked idiot with the assault boost quite a lot.
Yeah, they'll be coming soon. You got us on the run.
So yeah, you can see the unaware status up there at the top of the targeting reticule. Basically, like, on rare occasions like this, you'll be able to just sort of sneak up on targets and get the drop on them with either an ambush attack or just sneak by them. And sometimes, again, on rare occasions, if you sort of sneak up on them, like, you'll be able to overhear their dialogue playing out over the radio. So, like, the Liberation Front is kind of wondering, okay, what are the corporations up to? Like, there'll be another one later in this mission, and, like, it's just all over the game, and it's just completely missable, too. Like, if you just, charge in like Leroy Jenkins, like, you'll either cut the dialogue off or just miss it completely.
It really is interesting how they let you kind of just miss those things and play the game like a heartless mercenary who doesn't even care why he's there. If you're going for S ranks, you have to do that, and it's interesting the way that you're almost encouraged to be heartless in a way.
Yeah, because that's basically, that's how you make the most money, and that's how you get the S ranks.
That's what we're here to do, is the thing. We gotta get all those credits to buy our brains back. I'd also like my liver, and they did take one of my kidneys. Just one.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're never seeing those again. Anyway, speaking of someone who's never seeing their body parts again, there's this poor bastard.
Sucks to be this guy. This guy got environmental story told by your rocket.
Analyze it from my end.
Dude got pasted by the wreckage of that thing. What the fuck shot you down? The goddamn Eye of Sauron?
I don't know, but so, okay, registration number RB18, call sign Thomas Kirk, rank 26E, affiliation independent, license expired.
This one's already
Shit.
expired. Keep looking.
I feel like you just did good for the people of Rubicon. That guy was operating on a suspended license. That guy was driving on a suspended license, and you just saved the planet from Thomas Kirk.
By just turning him into pasta with a fucking booster rocket.
Correct. The good news is the pasta's on the inside of the mech, and it's not like spilling out everywhere. This ain't this kind of game, you know? They keep the pasta on the inside this time of round. Oh boy.
Speaking of people turning into pasta, what the fuck is that?
Side force.
Oh, that's flambe, my friend.
Keep a low profile. We don't want them breathing down our necks.
Well, so it seems like you just got attacked by a dragon.
I was gonna say, I love the fact that you can just sit there and watch it fly away around the mountain like it's fucking Alduin or something.
Ever since the days of Dark Souls. Yeah, so I think this fella's good evidence that we probably don't stand a chance against that horrible thing.
Yeah. Well, that red arm looks somewhat interesting, but okay, so let's see what this guy has to offer.
A unique paint job.
So, registration number RB29, call sign Gun 7 Hakra, rank 22D, affiliation Balaam Industries, license expires in 12 hours.
Oh no! It was 12 hours from retirement?
License. He's not just. Forget it.
And you know what? I'm with Walter there. We would not ever work with the corpse like this G whatever guy. I would never associate with any letter of the alphabet other than, R for Rubicon. That's our new home. It's lovely
Yep.
here this time of year, by the way. Does it always look like this? Is Rubicon some kind of ice ball extremely far from its sun or something?
No, only this part of. We're probably just in like the very unseasonably cold part of Rubicon because there's more of it that we're going to be seeing eventually.
Well, these are some very Himalayan-looking mountains they got going on here, and I think it's kind of cool how they implied that it's just this biome that sucks. It probably doesn't all look like this. Maybe we should have come here in the summer season instead. You know, asked like this Walter fella if he would have preferred a vacation with our weird grub man. What's going on with our pilot under there? Is he jelly?
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, he is some indeterminate amount of biomass. I'll say that much.
I just figured that like that's worth explaining to the viewers right away is the stakes. We can repair ourselves from that with money.
Don't forget that.
So yeah, again, the Liberation Front is again concerned about the minor corporations maybe starting to make some moves, but at least they've got something called the Strider and the Wall as their trump card so far.
So, I've played Half-Life 2, and you really shouldn't hang out with that Dr. Breen guy no matter how many Striders he's got. He's bad news. The Combine? I don't know. Now, these Liberation Front fellas, on the other hand, I gotta say, it feels like they're just kind of minding their own business, picking through the wreckage. How good do you feel about what you're doing here?
I feel incredible. What are you talking about?
I'm glad, my friend. High five. It's your job.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's two in the first video.
Alright, so who's this douchebag? Registration number RB37, call sign.
Monkey Gordo?
Rank, affiliation independent,
Still
license
valid,
expires
but
in
the pilot's rank
15
is no
days.
good. We can't use this.
I don't know, that seemed pretty usable, Walter. Why are you suspiciously directing us against, away from, this poor bastard? Could it have something to do with, again, his arena rank? I don't know.
I'm gonna say that he directed us away from Monkey Gordo because his name is Monkey Gordo. What the hell kind of mech name is that? Pro and I have talked about this before, and hang on, game, the vertical catapults are really cool. He'll use it in a second. We're talking about the names of the mechs that are also awesome. Everybody's got a really snappy sounding mech name in this game. Syllabalus, or something like that.
And again, lots of theme names for the various groups here, which we'll get into when we get to them, but...
Monkey
yeah.
Gordo? I don't feel like Monkey Gordo fits. I can see why he wouldn't want you to take that one.
Oh yeah, I can just see him right now, like, Monkey Gordo, that's your new name here on Rubicon 619, or 621.
Got a job for you, monkey. Okay, I see why he wouldn't want to call you that, because, like, the dog analogy is a lot better. I liked the dog one he gave us better in the intro there.
That's it. Try accessing the rack.
Also, yeah, it's got some incredibly racist connotations if you're being referred to as basically just Handler Walter's trained monkey.
Yikes! I prefer the type with the little accordion that dances on the side of the street for money. That's what I think of. That's a much more pleasant thought.
Anyway, God, this guy got fucked up, and he's... That mech's looking a little bit familiar. Probably nothing.
That's a pretty cool pile bunker he's got there.
23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What?
Oh, hello, government.
Oh! Call Sinus Interruptus!
They were on to you
Yep.
after all. I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now, they won't have enough to ID you.
So yeah, welcome to your very first boss of Armor Core 6, the giant fucking PCA, like, hell helicopter. The hell-ecopter, if you will.
AP at 30%.
It's got a lock on you, my friend. Hovering directly in front of its missile launchers is a bold choice, but it's working out for you. You're building up that stagger on this thing fast.
Yep, there you go.
Why
So, yeah,
not just cut right into the pilot? He's in there somewhere, you'll find him. Just keep swinging.
Yep. So that basically, again, like the perfect FromSoft boss. It turns out the solution for how to do real damage and bring it down is just, again, a helicopter. Fly directly into its face and wail at it with a fucking melee weapon.
Incredible. Incredible way to encourage you to use all of your tools right away. I love that the spotlight on the front is an indicator of where its targeting is positioned. A wonderful early boss.
So, yeah,
And hard
this
as
is-
hell. He made it
Yeah,
look
oh,
easy
yeah.
just now.
Yeah, so this is basically this game's version of the Asylum Demon. Like, the people for the longest time called this boss the Great
That's all for
Filter,
our work here today, 621.
because there's literally
Here's
just
the call
posts
sign for
about,
that
like,
license you picked up.
how the fuck do you beat this thing? But anyway, registration number RB23, call sign Raven.
It's okay.
Raven.
Thanks for shitting on 20 years worth of
That's your new
history.
name here on Rubicon.
Mission accomplished. We are officially a carrion bird picking through the wreckage of this dead planet. High five, dude! Maybe not for a third time. Prestigious code name you picked up there, my friend.
Oh god, yeah, basically, this is the one instance where identity theft is a hella cool thing to do.
Coral, a sublime substance. Discovered on Rubicon, a planet on the frontier of developed space. For a time, coral was a revolutionary energy resource and data conduit, poised to transform human society by leaps
again,
and bounds.
Typical FromSoft intro. Basically, things were good,
Recall
and then
the
suddenly things got
fires of
horribly
darkness.
raw, horribly
A
bad.
storm of flame that tore
And
through
it
the
involved
stars,
fire, an
breathing
excess of
lethal
fire.
contamination in its wake.
The world got turned into Terminator.
Coral,
Yep.
kindling,
So basically, you could
was thought
say
to have been
a
utterly
great
consumed,
destruction
forever
happened
lost.
on Rubicon.
However, on Rubicon, the embers continued to burn. Humanity would inevitably return. To
So again,
stoke the fire.
Another FromSoft staple of just humankind can't leave well enough alone.
To be fair, it's a pretty accurate barb on their part. It does sting. Curiosity does kill all of the cats.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges.
Yes, thank you, computer. It's
This
good
is
to be
Allmind,
back.
The mercenary support system.
It is I,
Welcome
Raven.
back, Raven.
Yep. Please pay no mind to the fact that I have a completely different face and voice and, like, DNA pattern
Looks
from
like you
the
passed the
previous Raven you probably
authentication.
have on file.
Raven. That's who you are now, here on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
Thanks, boss.
This notification follows restoral of access privileges. Allmind provides a combat training simulator to support its mercenaries. Your license was in a suspended state. Perhaps you may need a refresher. As an added incentive, completion of the exercises will be rewarded with AC parts. You stand to benefit regardless.
I love that Allmind's so helpful.
Yeah, so utterly beneficial to us, that Allmind, right from the get-go, showing us the ropes and giving us full access to the data contained within, almost like Raven used to be someone cool and badass before they got pasted by a helicopter.
Yep. So anyway, we've got some unlocks, and we're gonna hold off on showing off some of these because they're kind of spoilers for stuff that's gonna be happening later in the game, and we'll get to them when we get to them.
Most
yeah.
fascinating.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, these here are the parts that the Melander C3 parts are the ones that you get if you pre-ordered the game. So like if you just bought this like just off the street, you wouldn't normally have access to them. But again, because I put the money down ahead of time, I got the special parts and also the special preset. But anyways, I think it's time to make this official. So long, 621. We are now officially RAVEN, Raven.